Hello. Please hit like button and subscribe my channel. Also press bell icon for future video notifications. Thanks.
Researchers at Penn Engineering have created a chip that outstrips the security and robustness of existing quantum communications hardware. Their technology communicates in qubits, doubling the quantum information space of any previous on-chip laser. The group worked in collaboration with scientists from the Polytechnic University of Milan, the Institute for Cross-Disciplinary Physics and Complex Systems, Duke University and the City University of New York, CUNY. Bits, qubits and qudits while non-quantum chips store, transmit and compute data using bits. State-of-the-art quantum devices use qubits. Bits can be ones or zeros, while qubits are units of digital information capable of being both 1 and 0 at the same time. In quantum mechanics, this state of simultaneity is called superposition. A quantum bit in a state of superposition greater than 2 levels is called a qubit to signal these additional dimensions. In classical communications, says Feng, a laser can emit a pulse coded as either 1 or 0. These pulses can easily be cloned by an interceptor looking to steal information and are therefore not very secure. With only 2 levels of superposition, qubits have limited storage space and low tolerance for interference. The Feng Lab device's 4-level qubits enable significant advances in quantum cryptography, raising the maximum secret key rate for information exchange from 1 bit per pulse to 2 bits per pulse. The device offers 4 levels of superposition and opens the door to further increases in dimension. The biggest challenge, says Zhang, was the complexity and non-scalability of the standard setup. We already knew how to generate these 4-level systems, but it required a lab and many different optical tools to control all the parameters associated with the increase in dimension. Our goal was to achieve this on a single chip. And that's exactly what we did. The physics of cybersecurity quantum communication uses photons in tightly controlled states of superposition. Properties such as location, momentum, polarization and spin exist as multiplicities at the quantum level, each of which is governed by probabilities. The difficulty of controlling all these parameters at once is what had been hindering qubit generation in integrated photonics and represents the major experimental accomplishment of the team's work. With that, we could create a maximum of 2 levels of superposition. We didn't have enough information to stack them into 4. Now, we have longitude as well. This is the information we need to manipulate photons in a coupled way and achieve dimensional increase. We are coordinating each planet's rotation and spin and holding the 2 planets in strategic relation to each other. Quantum cryptography with Alice, Bob and Eve quantum cryptography relies on superposition as a tamper-evident seal. If sender and receiver, always Alice and Bob in the story world of cryptography, discover a certain amount of discrepancy between their messages, they know that someone has attempted to intercept their message. How does this improve on non-quantum communication security? If we imagine the photon as a sphere rotating upwards, we can get a rough idea of how a photon might classically encode the binary digit 1. If we imagine it rotating downwards, we understand 0. When Alice sends classical photons coded in bits, Eve the eavesdropper can steal, copy and replace them without Alice or Bob realizing. Even if Eve cannot decrypt the data she has stolen, she may be squirreling it away for a near future when advances in computing technology might allow her to break through. When Eve tries to steal, copy and replace the qubit, her ability to capture the information will be compromised and her tampering will be apparent in the loss of superposition. Alice and Bob will know the channel is not secure and will not use a security key until they can prove that Eve has not intercepted it. Only then will they send the intended encrypted data using an algorithm enabled by the qubit key. However, while the laws of quantum physics may prevent Eve from copying the intercepted qubit, she may be able to disturb the quantum channel. Alice and Bob will need to continue generating keys and sending them back and forth until she stops interfering. To solve these problems, quantum communication requires additional dimensions. If we imagine a photon rotating, the way the Earth rotates around the Sun, and spinning, the way the Earth spins on its own axis, in two different directions at once, we get a sense of how the Feng lab qudits work. If Eve tries to steal, copy and replace the qudit, she will not be able to extract any information and her tampering will be clear. The message sent will have a much greater tolerance for error, not only for Eve's interference, but also for accidental flaws introduced as the message travels through space. Alice and Bob will be able to efficiently and securely exchange information. There is a lot of concern, says Feng, that mathematical encryption, no matter how complex, will become less and less effective because we are advancing so quickly in computing technologies. Quantum communications' reliance on physical rather than mathematical barriers make it immune to these future threats. It's more important than ever that we continue to develop and refine quantum communication technologies. Zhifeng Zhang, Haoqi Zhao, Shuang Wu, Tianwei Wu, Xingdu Chao, Zihei Gao, Ritesh Agarwal, Stefano Longhi, Natalia M. Lichenitzer, Li Zhe, Liang Feng. https://ift tt/rqwnzg7 Access November 22, 2022. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.